Well, Gary, slightly surreal situation here. We're here to preview tomorrow's replay, and it might not even be happening yet. What's the numbers like? What's the body count at the moment?
Well, I've spoken to Bob over the weekend, Bob Green over the weekend, just to inform him of the injury situation. He knew that anyway going into Saturday's game, and we only had two subs on Saturday. One being young Matty, who we recall from Tottenham. We've picked up some injuries again from Saturday, and as it stands right now, we would only have 10 fit players, so we wouldn't be able to, have a full team sheet as such. So Bob's going to have a conversation with the right people, and then we have to wait and see.
It's out of our hands.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what the outcome is. But as it stands now, we've only got 10 fit players.
It must be just a surreal situation. There must be, certainly towards the end of last year, many managers who would love to have your job, and now there's probably some who think, well, I feel really sorry for Gary here.
Yeah, I've never been involved in anything like it. Injuries are part and parcel of the game. We understand that, but not to the extent of what we've got here. But you just got to get on with it. What can you do?
Do you expect to have a bigger squad for Saturday's game then, when we're back in league action?
I've been on the phone for over a week, throughout the weekend. Even if you bring in a lone player now for Tuesday's game, they can't be involved. They would have had to have been registered for the first game on Saturday. So, we're not able to do that. I'm working very hard to try and bring some players in for the weekend, whether we'll be able to do that or not. As I touched on, I think at the weekend, clubs, managers want to keep players around them during this busy period. So the answer to that question is I don't know at this moment in time.
Well, whenever I've seen you as well, outside of it, you've always been non-stop on your phone. It's obviously a very, very busy time for you, and probably a problem you really didn't want.
Yeah, and you've seen me this morning as well, flying around like a lunatic. So, look, if it falls into place, it falls into place. But I've tried very, very hard to get players who are either available for loan, non-contract players, or players that are out of contract, to see where we are in terms of trying to get some bodies into the building to help us through this period. So we'll have to wait and see.
That danger with signing out of contract players is they might have not played for a while, might not be fit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, you're looking ahead at Saturday anyway. Has the speculation around your job, it's clearly not affected you because you've been non-stop focusing on this job here?
Yeah, I get on with my work. I'll do the best I can with the resources that we've got here, so that will never change. Has it
affected our preparation at all? Or is it, I don't know, I guess been a cloud over anything here?
The only thing that's affecting our preparation is the injuries that we've got. So we'll prepare the best we can, and we'll have to wait and see the outcome when I speak to Bob a bit later on.
And how do you go over Saturday's game? And it was a very, I guess I was going to say threadbare, but it's even less than that, isn't it really? But going into the game, we're still in the competition, and we're in the draw today as well. Trying to pull some positives out of it, because I know the replay was very hardly from ideal, but we're still in it.
We're still in it, of course we are, and we want to win every game, regardless of what competition it is. But the one thing we didn't want was a replay. And that's what we've got. So we'll deal with it, whatever way we can, and whatever outcome is there. So we just have to wait and see. I'll have to, as I said to you, speak to Bob a bit later on and see where we go with it.
And the game itself, how did you feel? We had a lot of goals, bad conditions again. I don't think I remember the last time we played and it didn't pour down. How would you rate the game?
It's difficult to pick the bones out of it really, because as you rightly say, the team or the squad threadbare as such. We go a goal down early on, but the lads show great character to get back into it. And then unfortunately we concede, after scoring a late goal ourselves, a great strike by Luke. to then go and concede and draw the game. So yeah, disappointed. Obviously, we wanted to win and go through, but as you say, we're still in the hat.
It seemed as well, I say we went behind early on, but we responded really well to it. Had a good first half performance, I thought. It seemed once we made them changes, forced changes as well, it sort of pricked Bedford's tails up a bit and it gave them a bit of impetus.
Well, it disrupted everything again, you know, and Carly was only due to play for 45 minutes, but he went on and played an extra 10 minutes, which is a positive. That's another few minutes in the tank as such. So we've had to alter that. Kins then goes into centre half, who's not a centre half. Young Matty goes in at left back. So we've had to change and alter the personnel within the team, which doesn't help, and especially when we're low on bodies anyway, it disrupts everything. It was disrupted anyway, but then you have to go through that process again.
And how did you rate Bedford? We're obviously probably going to have to play them again anyway. How did you rate them as a side? We picked out in last week's preview they were quite experienced, and they did show that, didn't they, in patches?
Yeah, they did, yeah, and you've got to give them great credit as well, you know. To take the lead so early on, the tails are up, and then to respond with a late equaliser, you've got to give them great credit as well. You know, showed character to do that. So, you know, as I say, you have to give them credit, but you know, we're down to the bare bones, so we probably didn't give the best account of ourselves because of the fact of the injury situation we got, and we have to just get on with it, I'm afraid. No excuses.
I don't know how you keep smiling.
Yeah, but there's no excuses. It's facts. It's not as though anybody's looking for an excuse. That's where we are at the moment. So we can't get away from that, and you have to deal with it. You know, it's all right when things are going great. Everybody is happy and jumping on the bandwagon, and when things are not going so well, it's easy to criticise. But the players are trying their best. The staff are trying their best with the resources that we've got, and that's all that we can do. And we'll continue to do that.
Your spell with both spells at the club, they've always been largely successful. The last 2 seasons have been successful. Is it times like this, in times of adversity, where you learn more about others than yourself?
Yeah, 100%. You learn a lot about people around you, how they react to difficult periods. You learn a lot more about the players in the group when things are not going so well. But you learn a lot about yourself also, how you deal with things that are going against you. But you have to experience the tough times. As you know, I said to Mike the other day, you have to experience the tough times to enjoy the good times. You know, you can't always be rosy and good. It's about sticking together when things are not going so well, and you know, we have to do that now. We've had to do that for a few weeks, a few months. You know, and you could argue at the start of the season, we've had to battle against a number of different hurdles, you know, things that are not there in the public domain that we've had to battle with, and you know, we'll continue to do that. But you find out a lot about people when things are not going your way.
But especially where in a period like now, you probably want everyone behind us and give the boys that little added bit on the pitch.
Well, the players can only, you know, continue to work and give 100%. Now, sometimes you'll get a good performance, sometimes you'll get an indifferent one or a poor one. But, you know, they're trying as hard as they possibly can. It's not as though they've down tools and, you know, feeling sorry for themselves. They're having a go. Unfortunately, things are not going our way. But, hey, you have to get on with it.
That's football.
It's football, it is, you know. There's a lot worse people off in this world than where we are at the moment, so and I think everybody has to remember that, and you know, we just, as long as you give 100%, you can't ask for any more. You can't ask for 101%, it's 100% you're looking for, and at this moment in time I believe the players are doing that, so we have to continue to do that.
Okay, well, thanks for your time, Gary. I don't know, well, maybe we'll see you at the game tomorrow, maybe not, we'll see.
Okay.
But thank you, cheers.
Thank you, cheers, thanks.